on, guys. Just for recap, I predicted the Ling, I predicted the Barretts, and what else? I predicted one more. But okay, whatever. All right. I'm so smug right now, guys. But we're getting ready for game number 1 of MSC 2021, and it is very, very interesting. From the compositions, both of these teams have their own strengths right now. But for you, Arashi, give me some notes right now. Who has late game? Who has the early game? Who has the winning conditions? What are the winning conditions?
Funny thing is, both actually like playing for the late game. But we'll have to see in the beginning, because word on the streets is that the team in Singapore, they play very, very carefully for the first hurdle. But once they get that, it's almost like a spark, an ignition, and they just start powering through. They play super aggressive after the first team fight, and then they just try and snowball out of control. Yeah. So if the Malaysian team can actually try and stop that, yeah, gonna be
100%. But the question is right now, are you ready for the first game of MSC 2021? RSG Singapore and Malaysia, they have both entered the land of dawn. Let's get it, boys.
Yes, let's go, guys. I'm super hyped to see what they have to offer here. But guys, before anything else, any predictions?
Predictions, give me your prediction, Arashi.
Who do you like
first.
better, composition-wise?
RSG Singapore or Malaysia?
I think the experience and the talent pool is just going to be a bit too much. I'm with the side of RSG Malaysia.
Okay, bold claims right there as the flame shot does connect onto Zakas. But for you, Aeterna,
I'm going to go for RSG Singapore, guys, just because I like that late game composition. And hopefully they can, you know, snowball and not let RSG Malaysia take that early lead.
Okay, so it's 1-1. I'll be the tiebreaker. You know, because I predicted 2 heroes for Malaysia, I'll have to go with Malaysia, all right? My boy Ling and Barretts will take the game out. But for now, it looks like both of these junglers have gotten a very, very good start. They've both been farming without any invades right now. No invades whatsoever from both teams. They're playing it very conservatively. Obviously, they're still trying to read their opponents because, again, this is their first official match against each other. They might be hiding some things in the scrims. Right now, they're looking towards Zakas right there. He gets a Jeet Kune Do over to Fossa as Diablo rotates from that bottom lane as well. Unfortunately, no fight will break out right here, and Diablo has just rotated there to give a lot of pressure, and it will be the Cho backing off, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that both teams are playing quite safely here. I mean, there are a little skirmishes here and there, but not so much. And it seems like they're rotating towards top lane as Turtle will be spawning in under 10 seconds, guys.
And as I mentioned earlier, once this Turtle comes up, that's where the Singaporean team is just gonna start making moves because they understand like the way they play. That's like critical to their game plan.
Yeah, for the early game, it looks like RSG Malaysia are going for a more pick-heavy composition with the assassin and especially with the Cho, right? They're gonna go for one pick hero. They're gonna pick one hero and instantly burst them off with the assassin and also the Lunox right here. It looks like RSG Singapore has started this one right now, and they have started the Turtle. They're gonna go in right now, and unfortunately, it looks like RSG Malaysia will not be able to contest that one.
Yeah. Oh, and the Turtle is exactly taken by RSG Singapore here, guys. I mean, this is quite exciting, and we see that these two players, these two teams, they're actually quite equal at this stage.
Yeah, they're all very, very equal right now as they do not choose to do anything on the map. It looks like they're just trading for the objectives. They did get a few of the turret gold hits for that Turtle secured by RSG Singapore. But again, for Singapore, all they need to do is play for that late game. When the Yishin Shin gets his items, they'll be able to get a lot done right here. But it looks like Lakeshia will actually invade the jungle, trying to get that purple buff, and it looks like it will be secured by Lakeshia. They're trading again. They're trading some things here. Oh, he's actually forced to use the Tempest of Blades, but he is able to get away. Again, for RSG Malaysia as well, they're just waiting for the mid game because they are waiting for that power spike Arashi.
And once they have the power spike, they're going to try and make more aggressive moves. But as I mentioned earlier, RSG Singapore did get the Turtle, and usually, in true Singaporean fashion, they just start going aggressive, but it doesn't seem like RSG Malaysia is giving them the chance to even do that.
Yeah, but this is the calm before the storm, all right, guys? Every time a game starts like this, you know it's going to be action-packed when the certain objectives start to come up, when Lord perhaps, or maybe the second Turtle, because that's when most of these teams are comfortable, when they have one item, when they are in the level 7-ish area right now. And it looks like they're going to engage. Another trade goes in. They're going towards the top side, and the first blood will be taken away by RSG Singapore as they get that bottom lane. Lolials will be the the first one taken down in this game.
Yeah, guys, exactly. I mean, RSG, Singapore, and Malaysia.
Oh, but Zakas goes for the Jikundo combo. Now, Sana in a bad situation as he gets taken down. Fossa trying to get him away, but unfortunately, just not able to do anything. A very clean pickoff with that flicker Jikundo and Wave the Dragon combo.
Yeah, 100%. What a play, guys. I don't know if he was offside or they were really good at initiating. But here we see Kufra's already going in for another play here, and as you can see, they're going around Circle as Circle has already spawned. Guys, who will take this turtle? Any predictions?
Yeah, I mean, right now, RSG, they have the better position, but Sync is already going in with a split, zoning away every single member from RSG Malaysia, and that is a very successful zone because they have bought a lot of time for their side lanes. But again, remember, RSG Malaysia, they did not send Lolios to the fight. Lolios has been chunking that turret down all the way, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to scale for the late game, and if he gets to the late game on Alice, he is a hassle to deal with.
Yeah, 100%, guys. But here we see Kaiser already trying to secure that LY4. Can he escape from this?
But look at that on the top side. Lakeshia actually going to be able to get one kill now, going in onto Sync. Not enough damage as RSG. They're pushing towards Fossa. Izanami flickers inside. Lolly swallows it out. He's going to get another kill. RSG Malaysia, they're going to get the team fight. Zach is still running away with 1 HP. Diablo jumps in with the Bravest Fighter, trying to burst Izanami down. He still has the ultimate to run away, and it's going to be a 3-for-0 trade for the side of RSG Malaysia.
Oh my God. Guys, what a team fight there. I mean, we already knew and predicted that, RSG MY actually does need to play things like that because they have the early game lead and they need to do as much pressure as they can in the early game, because if it was brought to the late game, it's going to be very difficult for them to come back. But as I was talking, Mirko.
Yeah, just kills all across the board right now. RSG Malaysia, they found their comfort in the mid game right now as the second turtle spawns. They don't commit towards the objectives, they just go for these picks first. And again, they're already looking for fights, but Arashi, tell me what's going on.
I think credit to Zakas for making the fight quite confusing for the side of Singapore. They usually play as a team. They want that tidy, that straightforward team fight. But Zakas playing aggressively, going in and out.
But Zakas actually, I'm sorry, but what? Zakas is super aggressive. Like he mentioned earlier, he is a very young player right now. Diablo jumps in, but the Retribution will be able to secure that one. Pinch poise is away, and that is the objective traded for nothing right now. But Kaiser is still in the middle of everything. He will chomp on someone. He's going to spit him out. Stun coming in, but look at the backside. Lakeshia just jumps inside, and he gets 2 members. Kaiser trying to run away. Sync will take him down, but he is the next target. 3 members onto Sync. No response whatsoever from RSG Singapore, and that's going to be another favorable trade for the side of RSG Malaysia.
Guys, oh my God. I mean, we already knew that Lakeshia was such an amazing jungler with his crazy plays, especially in the hands of an assassin, especially one like Ling with high mobility. But that was insane. I mean, he saw the threat from the Feather Airstrike by Sana, but he didn't care. He just went for it, leapt for it, and instantly her ultimate was cancelled.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever from RSG Malaysia. They are a very coordinated team, as we can see from the finals of MPL Malaysia as well. They were able to beat Todak, all right? And that team, they're a team who likes crazy picks. So RSG Malaysia, with their more common draft, they're still able to get this. But now, very aggressive plays coming in from RSG Malaysia, as they might have just thrown the game right now. Diablo went in, forces a flicker from Kaiser to get away. But again, every single pick counts right here. RSG Singapore, they're not out of this game just yet. And they have to be very, very careful, because if they get too comfortable, RSG Singapore can still get ahead, can still get back the lead, come back from that loss.
Obviously, because they do have the better late game, they have, again, two very technical frontliners, as well as a Lapu. It's going to be very difficult for the side of RSG Malaysia to try and go through such a big wall of heroes to try and get to a LY4 on the Yusun.
Yeah, but look at this. They're going for a dive. Fossa goes in, but unfortunately does not connect. The Zakas will wave the Dragon Sana away. Zanami is there to follow up. Sana's going to get taken very low. He's going to get taken down. That's a killing spree secured. Lakeshia looking for a jump in, but unfortunately, wait, Zakas, you're going in alone. What are you doing? He guts away, and that is pressure. All right, again, Zakas, I thought that was a kind of crazy play, but they got a lot of pressure away from that mid-turret, and it looks like the mid-turret will fall easily right here. Sync trying to deal damage right now, goes in, but the Pinch Boys will be able to get him away right now, as Loliel will deal damage. He actually jumps back in. 3v1! What are you doing? The winner's truncheon in the backside. Diablo gets a stun. Stun again, and that is going to be him chained down. RSG, what was that? RSG Zach is trying to get away, but the Feather Airstrike will take him down, but Diablo is traded once again. Another favorable trade for Malaysia. I think for RSG Singapore, they need to start trading right now, because if they keep on taking the fights in the mid-game, RSG Malaysia has a lead right now, and they have the better heroes for the mid-game, RSG.
But I think the issue as well is Zakus, as you mentioned, playing very aggressive every time. He just gets the picks, gets the engage that RSG Malaysia really needs. There were some questions about how he's going to perform on an international level, but he's playing out of his mind right now, so looking very good. And for the items as well, as you can see from RSG Malaysia, they are actually building 2 Clock of Destiny, so they are still scaling. So even in the late game, once this goes past the 10-15 minute mark, RSG Malaysia isn't like out of this game completely, so that's not a done deal.
Yeah, and look at LY4. He hasn't gotten any of the items except for the jungle item right now. As they put their focus onto Sync, he's just going to get taken down instantly right here. The split will still actually save him right now, as they're actually going to go for a re-engage on the Zakas. The airstrike from the backside going to be able to get that connected right here, but Lolials will zone everyone away. Fosa has to flicker away, and it looks like Sync is left all alone right here. Lake just going to jump on him, and that's going to be him taken down once again. RSG Malaysia has just been so darn consistent. Kaiser gets a pick. Fosa is in the backside. He's going to get taken down again. Another 2 for 0. RSG Malaysia has just been dominating in this game, 14-5, Eterna.
Oh my god, yeah, you're super right here, Miracle. I mean, even from the 0-minute count, we could see the pressure coming from RSG Malaysia. I mean, they're playing it super consistent, as you said, super disciplined, and super pressuring Singapore, RSG Singapore. And now, as you can see, Lord is already half health. And guys, I don't think that this is a Lord that can be contested at the stage.
Oh my god, but Izanami, what the heck was that? Diablo goes for a re-engage, but Zakas with an amazing Jeet Kundo is able to get away. RSG Malaysia just too clean with it right now, as they're taking every single buff as well, Arashi. This is a disaster for RSG Singapore.
Zakas with a bit of BM as well, just standing still in the front, in the faces of RSG Singapore. But then, with this man advantage, I think they secured the Lord, and we'll just have to see what kind of play they go for. They can easily just go and stick with the Lord and actually just power through the base. So, yeah, looking very grim for RSG Singapore right now.
For RSG Singapore right now, what do you think is the right way to win this game? What are the winning conditions? Because even in the late game, RSG Malaysia, they have the Alice, they have the Lunox, so they are pretty safe in the late game as well. And it's only the 11th minute mark, Arashi. LY4 has just finished 1 item. What are the winning conditions for RSG Singapore?
I think they just need to keep LY4 alive and maybe and try and it's a bit of a desperate play, but they need to like take it to the late game and again use that composition, use the wall of flesh that they have on their composition, and try and actually play more to protect LY4 because he's getting focused on really well.
Okay, guys, but I mean, look at that Jikundo by Zakas. I mean, he's going in, he doesn't care. Lolia's here. Oh, with a Winter Truncheon. Oh, but he gets punched in by the Zakas.
You're right. The burst coming into Lolios right now. He's still sustaining in a 1v4. Izanami goes in with the flicker, and look at the damage. The Order of the Chaos will be able to get that one. RSG Malaysia, they're trying to end this game, but what the heck? For the airstrike to the backside, but look at the Ling. Tempest Ablaze, he's gonna get taken down. That's a shutdown picked up by Sana. They're gonna look for a wipeout here, but Zakas and Kaiser will still be able to get away. That is 1 inhibitor turret. No, yeah, 1 inhibitor turret traded for 3 members of RSG Malaysia. And remember, guys, 2 shutdowns, 2 huge shutdowns from Izanami and Lakeshia.
What an amazing play, I mean, by Sana with that Feather Airstrike. You can see that her damage is already scaling at this stage, and she had the ability to defend it properly while defending her other teammates here. So, guys, how's it looking?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's looking pretty hard for RSG Singapore, but they just got some gold back in return. It was a 9,000 gold lead for RSG Malaysia, but now they have actually turned it back to a 7,000 gold lead right now. So again, they are climbing back slowly but surely. And remember, they do get their power spike in the late game when they're where that Yishin Shin will be the best at. But look at this, RSG Malaysia again. They're making the proactive plays, and Sync is just caught out of position again. He's just gonna get taken down. Lunox is there to burst them away. There's nothing he can do. RSG Singapore, they need to play under their base. They need to know their limits right here because all the turrets have been taken away except for the inhibitor ones. They do not have pressure all around the map. They need to play very, very safe because even with 1 pick, I think RSG Malaysia can capitalize on that.
You're completely right, but I guess what he was going for was trying to do a split push here because they're super desperate, guys, just to get any objective at this stage. Because look at this pressure by RSG Malaysia. Like, what can they do at this stage?
Yeah, again, RSG Malaysia, they're just sieging down the base. No harm done at all. They're not even going to look for team fights because, again, at this point, they don't need team fights. They're already so far ahead. They're just going for the siege. Zakus will look for a pick right now. But remember, Diablo and everyone there. The Feather Airstrike comes in. Kaiser will try to get a chomp. He's going to spit him out. But Diablo goes in with the Bravest Fighter to the backside. He's actually going to burst Kaiser down. Now going for a stun. Kaiser taken very low. But Diablo has to use that flicker to get away. Izanami flickers in front. Use it in order to chaos. Tempest of Blades being used on the backside. Defiant Sword to do some damage right here. But again, Lolios goes in. He gets a pick. And my goodness, RSG Malaysia, they're looking for the game right now. Fosa gets taken down. That is the Immortal Pop, and he will fall shortly. Izanami looking for a pick. And RSG Malaysia, what a dominant showing for the first game. My goodness, RSG Malaysia.
Guys, what a game. I mean, that dominance by RSG Malaysia.
Physical damage, perhaps the last pick will be a magic damage, and it will be the Barretts. So, a frontliner, a very good damage dealer from the backside. They also have the Assassin to dive in. Very solid composition for RSG Malaysia, but for Singapore, their final pick, Arashi, give me a prediction.
I think they cloud control. It could be a Rafaela. It's a bit weird, but I think anything with a bit of heals, a bit of stun would really be useful for them right now.
Do you not think that they're gonna go for a more like frontliner here, guys?
More a frontliner. Yeah, I think they might just go for a frontliner. I guess they are still lacking. They are lacking either a gold laner or a tank right now. It might be the 2 support meta if the Lunox and Matilda decides to go mid, but it will be. Let's see. Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, a frontliner, XP laner. Yeah. So Arashi, what are your thoughts on the draft right now?
I think it's quite solid actually. But again, RG Singapore is banking on being in that late game. So earlier they did get the turtle, and as we mentioned earlier, they do try and contest the first turtle, and they just try and snowball out of control from there. Earlier on with the Yisun Shin, that's a bit difficult. But now with the Granger, we'll see if they have a better chance.
Yeah, okay. Great there, but give me a prediction. RSG Malaysia or Singapore? We'll ask you once again, which draft do you think is better?
I think I'll stick with the side of RSG Malaysia.
Malaysia this time, alright. What about you, Eterna?
I honestly like the composition of RSG Malaysia.
Okay, so 2 RSG Malaysias. I'm gonna be the different one. I am going to support RSG Singapore because I like their draft. And let's get straight into game number 2. Will RSG Malaysia take a clean sweep, or perhaps RSG Singapore can come back in game number 2? Let's get to the land of Dawn.
Let's go, guys. Game 2 here. I hope both teams are feeling good, feeling confident as we go into the second game here. Okay, and as you can see, both teams are quite strong early game. I mean, Granger is a strong marksman in early game. I mean, he has the highest base damage of any other marksman. So let's see if they can play this to their advantage.
Yeah, his clear is definitely one of the fastest fastest clears in the game. Probably only losing to Roger, if I'm not mistaken. So right now, RSG Singapore, with the double support as well, they were able to get the mid lane pressure, instantly go for this. But Zakus, again, already playing very, very aggressively, trying to disturb LY4 in his own jungle, but he is going to be poked away. This is why the 2 support meta, it was meta, right? This is why it's meta, because it will basically deny any of the invades in the early game with the amount of damage that they have, and the amount of utility Matilda brings into the game is just crazy, Arashi.
Actually, Kaiser was able to actually secure the jungle creep from Fossa, which is interesting. But as you can see, RG Singapore playing a lot more aggressive this time. You can see like they actually have, I guess, more of a clear game plan, and they're trying to execute as best as possible.
Yeah, I guess they learned from the previous match that they really needed to, support their jungler here, and hence the backup was crazy, and like Zakus couldn't even go in earlier.
But yeah, again, like I said, Beatrix is just dominating the lane. I mean, wait a minute, Kaiser, what are you doing? I mean, that was, why did he stay with 1 HP? I think that was just a little bit too greedy right there from Kaiser as he gets taken down by LY4. And again, RSG Malaysia looking already making moves. Flankers inside, G2 no to Sana. Sana gonna be able to actually survive, but Lakeshot will finish him off with a Defiant Sword. And unfortunately, I don't think anyone can chase this Ling right now because he still has that purple buff. But 1-for-1 trade coming in for the 2nd minute already. Feather Airstrike being popped out to zone LY4 away. And yeah, so far it is still a slow game. Everyone's still farming, but RSG Singapore, they are putting on the pace.
My oh my, guys, but it looks like that RSG Malaysia here already trying to set up turret, but oh no, he goes in. And
Yeah.
Mirko.
Look at that. Tempest Blade being used to the backside. Fosa is the next target right there, but Diablo is trying to look for another trade. He flickers in front to Izanami. He gets rooted, but on the other side, Lolios gets a pick. It's a 1-for-1 right now as Lolios gets a pick and Diablo as well. Another 1-for-1. And right now, I mean, I think it actually favors RSG Malaysia because they, with this slight lead that they got, again, in the mid game, this Ling will be dangerous. The Beatrix will be dangerous all over the map. I mean, she has amazing early game, she has amazing late game, and it's just so hard to counter this hero, especially if she gets this lead, and she already got a 1-for-0. Zac is looking for a pick. Sana forces the Order of the Chaos. Fosa goes in with the Circling Eagle. No follow-up just yet. Way of the Dragon being used. Fosa trying to get away. Lakeshia, just one more Defiant Sword is all he needs. He will get the pick, and just like that, another pick goes to RSG Malaysia, pushing on the lead and looking towards the Turtle Eterna.
Oh my god, guys. And after that, now Turtle is already at half health, almost less. And Diablo here, it seems like he's on standby just to go in the right time. But will this be an uncontested Turtle? As I said, Turtle has been secured by RSG Malaysia and another objective secured by them this match.
Yeah, again, RSG Malaysia has just been very, very dominant here in the, the objective department, alright? Their rotations are very good, especially because Lakeshia is using this Ling. He can just hop around everywhere, especially when he has that purple buff. And the thing is, for RSG Singapore, they have no winning side lanes. The Barrett's counters the Paquito, and the Beatrix just completely hard stomps Esmeralda right here. Zakas goes in, and it's just an instant burst again and again. Sana is the next target, though. Oh my god, going Simon to the backside. Sync looking for a trade, but now LY4 jumps ahead as well. Tempest Blade being used. LY4 is going to get taken down. The killing spree already picked up by Lakeshia, as this is just turning into another disaster for RSG Singapore. 7-2, a 2,000 gold lead, as they are gonna get more right here in the mid lane turret. Diablo rotates, but again, it's just too late, and Barrett was able to cut the wave in the top side, Arashi.
It really seems like they have the right idea. It's just like they fail to execute when it actually matters. Because again, the score was up and it seems like they were trying to contest it. But like RSG Malaysia was already one step ahead and they already set up traps waiting inside the bush and they actually get picks. And from there, they just went on and continued with the aggression.
Yeah, but look at that. Very well played Circling Eagle to get out of that chomp right there. Very well played from RSG Singapore, but they will need a lot more than that to win them this game because it's already a 2,000 gold lead. And remember, RSG Malaysia, they have the power spike in the mid game.
Yeah,
this is deja vu, and Diablo, wait a minute. I said no winning lanes, but Diablo's actually winning. Sync now gonna get ganked. Zakas gonna be able to jump in. The ultimate right there as the bombardment does connect, but Sync will still be able to run away from that one. Zakas chooses to disengage, and Lolios gets the pressure on the bottom side. Lakeshia, wow, actually steals away the orange buff all alone. Beautiful play from Lakeshia right there.
I think the issue right now for RSG Singapore is just like they're just reacting for the most part, and RSG Malaysia is the one making all these proactive moves.
Yeah.
They're always the one waiting for the play, setting up traps, rotating beforehand, and they're just winning purely by setup advantage.
Yeah, 100% here. And as you can see, they're super busy in the mid lane. But look at that Ling. I mean, he's going again for that second turtle, guys. Objective after objective. I mean, their plays are so disciplined and well thought out.
Yeah, this is what happens. I mean, right now, literally every single hero from the from RSG Singapore, every single side laner has been countered. The Beatrix and also the Paquito. I mean, the Beatrix and the Barretts to counter that Esmeralda. And look at that, Zakas goes in with the G2, don't flicker to the backside. Gonna be able to catch one. They're looking for more. A double kill picked up for Lolios. Beautiful play coming in from RSG Malaysia. And it's just complete disaster, guys. It is a disaster for RSG Singapore. Sync joins in the team fight. Diablo looking for a re-engage, but again, no damage whatsoever. It's a Barretts you're attacking. And it's already two of your main damage dealers picked away.
Guys, you're right. This is such a disaster for RSG Singapore here. I mean, look at that tower. 2 objectives down. And RSG Malaysia managed to secure 2 turtles. I mean, they're already winning on 7 minutes in. It's super early. And look at that. Damn. Oh, and another
look at that. Lakeshia goes in already. Tempest Blaze to the backside. Sona still has that. And Diablo goes in. But again, just no damage. And he's going to be taken down. Unstoppable picked up from Lolios. Already super hard for RSG Singapore. Fosa goes in for the Circling Eagle. The follow-up is there. Actually, LY4 will be able to deal a lot of damage. But Lakeshia is still there waiting around. So RSG Singapore with the, I mean, that was just beautiful to watch, all right? RSG Singapore, they got a good engage with the Circling Eagle, but they can't move forward. Why? Lakeshia was zoning all of them with that Finch poise.
Yeah, a crazy, crazy play happening over there. I mean, the thing that's difficult here for RSG Singapore is that they're relying so much on their Granger. Meanwhile, RSG Malaysia, I mean, if their Lexia goes down, they still have their Loyals to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, RSG, Alexia just got another purple buff as they look towards Sync. Tempest Blade is being used. Defiant Sword will come through. But the Circling Eagle onto him. The turret targets him. That's a shutdown picked up by Diablo. He's looking towards the Farsa as now Sync is still surviving the backside. He is in a 1v2 right now. RSG Kaiser is the next target. Deadly Sonata will be able to get him off. Zakus is running for the hills as RSG Singapore is fighting back. But Lolios is going to be able to take that tier 2 turret in the top side. Again, trading when RSG Singapore, every time RSG Singapore looks for a proactive play, every time they get a good play, RSG Malaysia just keeps on getting the trade. With the dragon to the backside for the airstrike to follow it up. He's going to get bursted down. Lolios is trying to cut away. Fosa and Diablo chasing him down. Knockout strike in the Circling Eagle. Lolios will be taken down. Tempest Blades to follow it up to look for a re-engage. Diablo gets taken really low, but Sana is there and Diablo will live another good trade for RSG Singapore as they do not want to be taken down just like that.
Guys, we have to give props to RSG Malaysia here. Like, as you said earlier, that trading was crazy. I mean, they lost that skirmish or team fight in the bottom lane, but meanwhile, that Beatrix, I mean, she just went on for a split push and achieved another objective. Arashi, tell me what's up with the items here.
And Zaka's already going with the brute force breastplate, so again, very fast, very disruptive. As we see, he's very reliant on mobility. He just goes in and out, and just being a complete nuisance. On the other side, Diablo has the same brute force breastplate, and he has a bit more spare lifesteal right now, so he can actually be a bit more survivable. Early on, we saw him try and be like a frontline, a pseudo frontliner for the team, waiting for the Esmeralda to scale up, but now with that item, he might actually live a bit long.
Yeah, but Zakus is in 1v3. He's actually going to get bursted down. A Circling Eagle connects onto Izanami. That Sonata does not get Zakus down, but again, it's a very good effort from RSG Singapore to zone him away right here, as Sync will be able to get out of that one as well. Right now, RSG Singapore, they are surviving, and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to wait for the late game to get this Esmeralda and the Lunox, and also the Granger will be much better than the Ling in the late game.
Right.
Because Ling falls off way harder, and especially with the composition, RSG Singapore, they're looking for the late game. But again, RSG Malaysia has a pretty good late game composition as well, so they have to be very, very careful, even if they bring it to the late game, Rashi.
And if they bring it to the late game, it will come down to how well they play the team fights. And credit to RSG Malaysia, actually, because as we saw earlier, every time there's a fight, they just play it really well. If you don't notice earlier, Zakas, even though he done his crowd control and he's like basically done as far as skills go, he basically takes the time to actually walk forward and block skill shots. So
yeah, again, look at that. Already chomped and Tempest of Blades. He's just gonna get taken down instantly. RSG Singapore, they always make this mistake from game number 1, right? But at least they'll get a trade onto Lolios. Yep, it will happen, but Lakeshia is gonna jump in. I think Fosa is just too tanky for that, but with the help of Izanami, he's no longer tanky, but again, they still have their teammates to back him up. But for RSG, all right, Singapore, they need to stop getting caught out. A lot of the times, these little mistakes like getting caught out in the side lanes have been crucial. Zakus goes in with the Wave Dragon. The follow-up is there from Izanami, and that's just a lot of burst damage. But again, Diablo is still able to lifesteal away, to heal back up with the knockout strike. Yeah, RSG Malaysia, they just don't even care about the kills. They're looking for the objectives, Eterna.
Yeah, like I said, they're very, very objective-oriented plays here, and it's paying off, guys. I mean, 11 minutes in, and look at that gold lead. Guys, Lord is up. Do you think... Oh, wait, but Diablo goes
Circle Eagle to the backside. Zakus actually... Wow, the Feather Airstrike actually zones everyone away. What looks to be a good engage from RSG Singapore instantly countered.
Yeah, I mean, just as I was talking about, I was just going to say, like, will they secure this Lord at this stage? Or do you think that RSG Singapore can contest it?
Yeah, right now, RSG, Fosa trying to open up the map for his team. The Lord has been taken very, very low. They're going to jump in. Oh, Lord gets taken down by Izanami. Feather Airstrike to the backside. Now Sync and everyone trying to kite back, but Lakeshia is destroying the backside. Killing spree secured. Lakeshia is the next target. Fosa is going to use that Circling Eagle. Lakeshia gets taken down. That is another kill. And LY4 as well. They are winning this team fight by kiting back. Fosa comes on to Kaiser, but they do not care anymore. They're looking for the objectives. 3-4-1 trade. RSG Singapore are looking strong right now. Feather Airstrike to clear the wave means that there will be no objectives taken by RSG Singapore.
I mean, guys, look at that Lord. Look at that Lord at the top lane. I mean, it's already on its way, but it seems like the Esmeralda on Sync has the ability to kind of chunk it down. Oh, exactly. Look at that HP. And it seems like that Lord was kind of for nothing.
Yeah, the Lord will be for nothing as they got the Lord, but they died. Right now, the Chomp comes in. The Lord will be taken down, but Sana comes in for the follow-up. Now, Sync looking for a kill onto Kaiser. Kaiser is just way too tanky right now. Coming in for the follow-up, Feather Airstrike to zone them away. Give Kaiser some room to breathe, but the Falling Star Moon also connects. Diablo will be able to catch Izanami. And again, RSG Malaysia, they're committing too much to saving their teammates instead of trading. The thing that we mentioned that they've been doing amazing in this game, they're not doing anymore, right? Perhaps they're getting way too comfortable. Usually, when they see an unfavorable fight in the top side, they go for the bottom lane turret, they go for the mid lane turret, but this time, they just committed to saving that hero, and they just got punished for it.
It seems like they're getting a bit slightly impatient because, again, earlier when they're taking the Lord, they usually go for a pick, they let Zakas go for a big engage, and then once they have the man advantage, some kind of advantage, then they'll just force the issue and actually force the Lord.
Whoa,
but,
that is super aggressive. Fosa, what are you doing? That is a Circling Eagle into 4 members, no follow-up, and just like that, it's a shutdown picked up. That was a huge mistake as now they are all open. Lakeshare already, look at that, Finch poises aggressively towards RSG Singapore.
Yeah, guys, and you can see the pressure coming up from RSG Malaysia here, instantly trying to punish that Matilda play, that really offside Matilda play, but
yeah, Zakas goes in with the Wave Dragon Flicker combo, and just like that, he'll be taken down, chomped away, shut down, picked up by Lolials. RSG Singapore are in a pickle right now as the tier 2 turret in the mid side has been taken down. RSG, same mistakes again, stop getting caught out, because if you get caught out, it will play a very huge role right here, especially if Fosa gets it, because he is one of the front lines with that tank Matilda Arashi.
And I was saying, like, again, like when they fought like 5v5 and you said they were able to fight back and actually get the fight they really want, then they had a chance, you know, they were doing pretty okay. But the moment that they get picked off like that is where RSG Malaysia just forces the issue on them.
Yeah, but this is the replay brought to you by Oppo right here. Talk to me about this replay, Arashi. What happened here? How did RSG Singapore get the fight?
I think they were kind of split up and they weren't focusing on the right people, right? And then right here you saw Lolios getting caught out, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he just gets pinched immediately.
Right here, but actually, RSG Singapore, they are pushing the pace, they are pushing the gas pedal right now as they jump in towards 3 people under the turret. Sync gets taken very low, he's still able to juke away, but that's going to be a kill picked up. Fosa will be taken very low, LY4 trying to run away, the Chomp will connect, he's going to get spat out, 4 members right there to take him down, and it looks like it's just a disaster for RSG Singapore. Everyone getting taken down, everything, and the chickens, oh my god, Diablo is the last man standing, waiting there, everything in the kitchen sink. Just thrown at them right now. I said chicken just now, but yeah. My god, RSG Malaysia, they've just been so consistent right now. Even with the proactive plays from Singapore that you said they needed, it was just not enough. RSG Malaysia played it way too clean, and they're looking towards Diablo. He's trying to make the most out of this. He gets kicked away from his own turret, and that is all she wrote. A killing spree picked up. Fossa trying to defend, but it will be the inhibitor turret falling down, and it will be a 1-for-0 trade. Fossa again goes in 1v4. This is a bad mistake. Fossa, what are you doing? Another kill goes to RSG Malaysia, 21-11. And a gold lead already, Arashi.
And this is really bad because now the Lord is up and they are 2 men down. So it's very, in the late game especially, when you cycle the death timers like this and it's not matching at the same time, you get stuck in these situations with the big man disadvantage, and this is what happens.
Yeah, right now, I mean, RSG, they're going to go in again. Lakeshare goes in with the Tempest and plays to the backside. A wipe out, and again, 2-for-0. A very dominant performance here. A clean sweep for the side of RSG Malaysia. And Lakeshare, Lolials, and everyone, they are too much to handle for RSG Singapore.
Game well played.